I'm a OD on a OZ. She say she know me, she know the old me. 24 shots later, Kobe.
Like I told you, you know better than that. No, you know better than that.
Why would you say something so blasphemous?
In my 5-on-5 game, he good. One-on-one, I'm undefeated, never lost. Guess what the story is now? Who's better, LeVar or Michael Jordan?
Ain't think about no damn LeVar.
Yes, they are.
The blasphemy coming out of your mouth. I'm
You're not ready for this.
Something is wrong with you.
Yes.
Sir.
I'll tell you what's wrong with you. I keep talking to you. Max, next.
There he has it again. Free throw line down to Young. He misses, but Devin Robinson flies into the picture. And
Clippers got 10 assists already in the first half.
Johnson. And Damian Jones, there's your aggressive offense, Rip.
That's what we was looking for right there.
3 dribbles, 25-footer. Got it.
Get buckets right there. That's a man that can get buckets.
As scripted.
Rice Cotton in the game for one reason. Increase tempo. Here we go!
Williams, two-handed throw down.
Explosive cut to the basket.
Wiltshire, great hands to strip him. Nelson, it's not often you can hear the slap of hand on ball the way you just did. Ty Webster absolutely annihilated the shot. Defender, an occasional three-point shooter, but not asked to do a lot of playmaking for the Rockets. Ennis has got it going here. Really confident player off the bench, leads all scorers now. Well, that's my question: is what are the Clippers going to look like offensively? Will there be more of a playmaking role for Griffin? Dylan Ennis is feeling it. 17 for the game. Make it 20. It's a game with Oklahoma City. Alford turns the corner. And oh my goodness! Dylan Ennis is out of his mind right now. Just bringing it up as they lead it 88-83.
Coach Mike Brown, who's the coach now.
Dylan Ennis! He's touched by the Clippers. Ennis comes back. 5 on the shot clock. It's up. It's in! Dylan Ennis with 35. They went out of their way. They didn't have a draft pick. They spent $3.5 million to buy their way into Chicago's second-round pick, number 38 overall. As along, James Harden was primarily a defender and occasional three-point shooter, but not asked to do a lot of playmaking for the Rockets. Ennis has got it going here. Really confident player off the bench, leads all scorers now. And for the Clips. Well, that's my question: is what are the Clippers going to look like offensively? Will there be more of a playmaking role for Griffin? Dylan Ennis is feeling it. 17 for the game. Make it 20. Oh, he averaged 8 points a game with Oklahoma City. Alford turns the corner. And oh my goodness! Dylan Ennis is out of his mind right now.
Good morning, people. You know who it is. It's Tay Wiz coming live at you live from the Man Cave as usual. For those not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please feel free to do so now. Hit that bell. Follow me on Twitter at TAE_WIGGS. For further news and updates and injuries that goes around the league, and of course the 2017 Summer League and the 2017 free agency period, yours truly will keep you updated with that. We got 4 games that come on today at 4 p.m. The first game will be the Portland Trail Blazers taking on the San Antonio Spurs at 4 p.m. ESPN2, followed by the Miami Heat and the Memphis Grizzlies at 6 p.m. on ESPN2. Then 8 o'clock, you're going to have the Boston Celtics with the number 3 pick, Jason Tatum, going up against the number 9 pick, Dennis Smith Jr. of the Dallas Mavericks at 8 p.m. ESPN2. That's the game I will be tuning in to. Then at 10 o'clock, you got the Los Angeles Lakers with their number 1 pick, Lonzo Ball, going up against the Brooklyn Nets at 10 p.m. on ESPNU. So I told you what game we will be watching tonight. I think you guys should sit back and watch that game too. It should be a nice treat. Jason Tatum and Dennis Smith Jr. These two guys names been buzzing all summer. And like I said, I'm definitely tuning into this game. I want to see what this matchup look like. This possibly could be a Rookie of the Year candidate matchup right here. For the second game I do want to get into will be the Lakers and Nets. So I'm going to be glued to TV for a while. The game that I did watch last night was the Golden State Warriors taking on the LA Clippers. I always call this game like the battle for LA. battle for second place or whatever you want to call it, because Lakers are still king in LA with the most NBA titles. Then you're going to have, of course, the Golden State Warriors. Then whoever's else is up in the arms for that. But right now, the Golden State Warriors did beat the Clippers last night 109-100 in the consolation game. Bryce Johnson, second-year man from North Carolina. He's one of the only rare guys that you probably see that play for all 4 years of college basketball. Most guys leave out their freshman and sophomore and junior year. But Bryce Johnson, he's the reason why he's showing you that you can play 4 years in college and still make it to the league. And what he's bringing to the table for the Clippers is a nice upside power forward. He can post. He can hit the mid-range. He also can hit the free throws. And he's been waiting so long to get his chance, but this summer, he has played this year, has been a man-child type summer. He will be inserted into the lineup at some time during the season. As you know, he will come off the bench because the Clippers are loaded over there. Even though Chris Paul is gone, they still got the other acquisitions. They got Kyle Witcher and Pat B and all them guys. But sky's the limit for him. Bryce Johnson had 17 points, 5 rebounds. I like what I'm seeing from him. Just the post move, going to the hole, cutting and slashing, getting them easy buckets. That's what you want from a big man that's young in his career. Energetic, and just going to get buckets for you. Isaiah Hicks, another guy from North Carolina. So I got 3 North Carolina guys I'm talking about I play on the Clippers right now. Isaiah Hicks had 13 points, 6 rebounds. Nice upside guy, about 6'10", 6'10", so like Bryce Johnson, like 6'10", 6'9". Guys that can get it done. Guys who has a neck for a ball, that come from a winning tradition. Most of these guys that come from college basketball all come from winning traditions. But there's none other like the North Carolina Tar Heels in the country to go along with the other schools as well as your Dukes and stuff like that, and Kentuckies. But when you come from a winning organization and universities, it carries over to the next level. You have to be tough-minded to play in the NBA because this is not, like I said, this is not like college basketball when you are on the road. You playing 2 games a week, then you get a week off or idle. It's the NBA. You might get in a week. You might play two back-to-back games in a week with one day off. So anything is possible right now with the young Clippers team. Yes, it's going to hurt that they're missing Chris Paul, but I do honestly think Patrick Beverley's still a nice little pickup for them. I know it's not going to be the same, but Pat Bev, he is scrappy. Kendall Marshall, another guy I've been watching lately too in the summer league. I'm going to be honest, Clippers fans, or anyone. I'm a Tar Heel fan through and through. The only way Kendall Marshall can make it in the NBA, he has to find a jumper. If he cannot hit that consistent 15-footer or just a mid-range shot, he's not going to have a place in the NBA. 4 points, 5 rebounds. I can understand the 5 rebounds, 11 assists, but when you out there starting the point guard position and you playing these many minutes in summer league, you still can't score no more than 10 or 13 points in summer league against guys who just coming from college. And no disrespect to none of these guys I'm talking about, but when you're sitting there just being a student of the game like myself and just sitting there watching it, how can Kendall Marshall make this team better? What can he do differently? I'm still looking like he's his first date getting drafted by, I want to say he got drafted by the Phoenix Suns, and I'm just looking at it, or no, I think it was Milwaukee Bucks. So I'm just looking at it. I said, okay, he's still missing 15 footers. I said that's not a good look, because honestly, this would be like his 4th year in the league, 4th or 5th year in the league, and he still cannot find that consistent 15-footer. And that's definitely what I'm looking for. And he still hasn't found that jumper. So I won't be surprised if he be cut from the team. If he do make a team, somebody's going to pick him up in the D League, or he may go overseas and play. But you have to find that 15-footer. You have to have a consistent jump shot. And that right now, folks, he doesn't have that. And he's probably not going to make the team just because of that. I'm looking at other people, other point guards that's doing well in summer league. The Clippers may pick up from another team. But right now, Kendall Marshall is not the answer for what the Clippers looking for. You already got that in the other backup point guard. You got that in Patrick Beverley. You got that in Milos Dosecki. You got that. They got guys that can hit that. And right now, he's not the option for a third-string point guard. I think the Clippers might move on from him. That's the only reason I put him up there, because I'm just watching him play. And, I'm not talking bad about him. I'm just being a realist, and I'm being honest about what I'm watching. I'm going to go straight to the Golden State Warriors. Kevin Looney. I call him Mr. Square Shoulders, because his shoulders, he just built like a square. That's no disrespect. He just got broad shoulders. Are we going to see more of him this year? I mean, been with the team now for 2 years. He hasn't got that many minutes in the regular season. He only already get that many minutes in blowouts. And like I said, I need to see more from him. I mean, yes, Summer League, this is where some players make their name. But he had 11 points and 11 rebounds last night. That's good. That's a double-double. But my whole thing about Kevin Looney, can he transition this same attitude and this spirit over to the regular season next year with the Warriors, if you want to stay on this Warriors squad? I seen him last night on the offensive end, getting back on the defensive end. I've seen him jogging back. You cannot jog back on defense. That will hurt teams. You have to get back on defense when you're out there. And don't think the coaching staff is not looking at that. Not the Warriors coaching staff. All coaching staffs are looking at that. Okay, Kevin Looney, 11 points, 11 rebounds. They score. He's jogging back on defense. And next thing you know, it's 5-on-4. Somebody got to commit a foul because the fifth man is not down there. But he did look good yesterday. He did look good yesterday. I'm not taking anything from the post game, the putbacks. I love that. But the whole thing is he has to transition this over to the regular season. Like I said, the regular season is not, they pushing it up. It will start October 17th. Are we going to see more Kevin Looney? If not, he may be trade bait. I'm just calling like how I see it. Let's kick the actual factual. Let's talk about Dylan Ennis, the rookie from Oregon, the point guard. 35 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. Not bad from a small guy. Another small, and he was 8 from 11 from the 3-point line, and he was 12 for 20. I'm sitting here watching this guy. I'm like, man, this dude is not missing, man. I mean, he was going to work. And when you got, this is summer league, and this is what I keep telling everybody. I haven't seen nothing like this in a while, because these summer league guys who try to make NBA rosters, these guys are not all for themselves. You can hear they doing halftime interviews about him, and you can hear his teammates saying, "What you want him to? What's making you shoot like this?" He's like, "My teammate said, shoot it." Then they come on the side of him like, "What you think he should do different, guys?" Nothing. Keep shooting the ball. Keep shooting the ball. As in my coach, as in any coach anybody have, I went to high school, and we had at our high school we had this coach named Coach Carter. Yesterday was his 62nd birthday. He's been gone now from us. I want to say almost a year now, and I want to say every time he see people doing wrong, he always stop and say, "Hey, I'm gonna tell your pops or your moms better get to class." And then when you talking to him, he had a positive vibe about sports. If you out there playing, you're not all for self. He always tell you there's no I in team. But he always can tell you that T stands for together and team. If these guys stay together and do what they're supposed to, a lot of these guys not going to make the Warriors roster right now because the Warriors are over the salary cap. We already know they draft pick's going to stay, but if they do find, Ian Clark is gone. Now, the way I've been seeing Dylan Ennis play, if they can, if that's the game that proved he made the roster, that's a nice pickup. That's a nice pickup. Not scared to get to the hole. That's why I've been watching a lot about these point guards. Not scared to get to the hole. He can find his shot. He's the different angles he's taking on the cuts, hard cut angles, and hitting the 15-footer. These are the point guards. The point guards are actually hitting the 15-footer. I'm loving seeing that because a lot of these guys are not settling for threes. Other than him, he was 8 from 11. He was on fire. He was in Flago. He had the flame. You know you play the video games under your foot, the icon lights up red? That was Dylan Ennis. Taking his time, picking through stuff, finding different ways to score, still getting teammates involved. And the one thing I did like about his game last night, he was still going back on defense. There's not a lot of guys in the league that can do that, that can put up a heavy load of scoring and still go play defense. It's either you're going to get defense with no offense or you're going to get offense with no defense. But it's probably about 6 or 7 guys in the league that can actually do that. And that's saying a lot when you sitting down watching basketball during an 82-game season, then carry over into the NBA playoffs and the finals. And there's a lot of guys. There's not too many two-way player guys in the league. Let's be honest. There's not too many of them. And he did his thing. If they say, hey, if Coach Kirk called me right now and say, hey, Tay Wiggs, what you feel about Dylan Ennis? I'm gonna tell you right now, like, look, like Coach Kirk, I'm loving his attitude, his tenacity. I'm loving all this. He's tremendous on offense. He's tenacious on defense. And he's a ferocious player. He's trying to make the squad. And that's what you want from a player like that. You want a guy to be hungry. He's not even a draft pick, an unsigned free agent. They have to keep him. And that's crazy. I'm talking about the Warriors, and I'm a Cavaliers fan. I don't care about none of that stuff right now. When you like to watch basketball, that's one thing people gotta do. They gotta get their feelings out. They keep their feelings in so much about, oh, this is my team, I hate this team. There's no hate. You just love the team where you from because you represent that city. But if you're somebody who appreciate basketball and can be a realist about what's going on in the league, and that's me. I sit back all day and let you know. I come on here and bash the Cavs. I bash anybody. When the team is doing good, they doing good. When they doing wrong, you're doing wrong. If you see some things out there they're doing right, I'm gonna call it out. And right now, I'm calling this out to Warriors Nation. I know y'all hashtag strength in numbers. Defend your ground. Right there, right now, Dylan Ennis is a great pickup behind Steph Curry. 35 points. And he was 8 from 11 from the three-point line. And with the players y'all just signed, who gonna shoot a lot of threes? You talk about these guys might shoot like 53s a game. That is a great pickup. And like I said, they won 109-100 over the Clippers, the Golden State Warriors. And you know they do have to still pick to the NBA. Jordan Bell. The game that he had the other day with them 5 points, 11 rebounds, where he had 5 steals and 6 blocks. Something heard of from guys like that. And you know who I am. I'm Tay Wiggs coming live from the Man Cave. Subscribe and hit that bell on my YouTube channel. And go to my Twitter and hit that bird at TAE_WIGGS. Until next time, folks. Y'all know who I am. Peace.